Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to day three of Kwanzaa. And we welcome those of you that may have not joined us for the first couple days, but today is day three, uh, Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. Collective work begins where individual effort ends. Uh, Ujima is not about goodwill, it's about follow through. Most communities start with some type of adversity, but it's usually from a lack of concern, and they suffer from an uneven burden. The same people, righteousness, the same people show up, the same people absorb the consequences, the same people organize. But unfortunately, let me. I don't have my teleprompter. I'm like some other people, but anyway, the same people organize, the same people show up, the same people absorb the consequences when things go bad or fall apart. Uh, that is not commitment. That is attrition. Ujima sets up a different standard. It says problems belong to all of us, even when they are not created by all of us. But it also rejects the idea that participation is optional, because participation is not optional, it's required. And it is a coalition. Collective responsibility means clarity. So when you hear us say the coalition, that's exactly what we mean. Clarity. Who owns what? Who is accountable? Who's accountable? Who steps up when capacity is reached? Without clarity, cooperation becomes chaos, and goodwill becomes exhaustion. We've all seen those types of exhaustion where everyone feels like, you know, we're all doing the same thing, or we're just exhausted because we can't see making that progress. But tonight it's about shared labor, not shared commitment, about building systems that do not depend upon heroes or turnout, because collective work is what it's all about. I know a lot of people say when you say collective, the first thing they think of is some type of social system, but that's not what it's about. It's not measured by uh, how much we care. It's not measured. It is measured, excuse me, by whether or not the work actually gets done. So with that, I will turn it over to Masada. Masada, you can light our next candle and tell us what it means. Are you me? I think. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't have you up here.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
Hello, everybody. Habari Gani. What is the good news? The good news is Kwanzaa. That's what we're celebrating for everybody that's joining us. Welcome, all the new timers and people. We're going over the 7 principles. Um, Kwanzaa is a non-religious holiday, and it's here to celebrate Unguzu Saba, the 7 principles. And we first start with the black one, Umoja, which is unity. You like that one first? And then we go with the farthest outside candle, Kujichagulia, which is self-determination. And then today is the third day, and the third day is Ujima or Ujamaa. And that, brother, James already told you all, but I'll reiterate it. It's collective work and responsibility. Um, the responsibility part, the collective work. Uh, it's being responsible for problems that we didn't create, but we can't ignore. We know that exist. Um, Problems that I can speak to when I talk to people who don't look like me. Some people always tell me, but you want me to take responsibility for things I didn't do or for things that my great ancestors did, and I don't want you to take to account. I want you to take accountability and responsibility in a way to admit that you still benefit off of it. And for us, our responsibility, what we're taking on it is that we might have not created these problems. It may not even affect all of us. When I was doing my presentation the last 2 weeks ago, a brother said it didn't affect him. Every brother in the room kind of looked at him and was like, that defeats the purpose. If it doesn't affect you, just because it doesn't affect you, we're here because it affects other ones. So our responsibility is to not shoulder all the burden, but speak up, step up, and help out in the ways you can. And when we speak on that, that is not going out. If you're not a fighter, you don't got to go out and fight. But if you fight with words, you know different parts, then that's what we're looking for, and that's the responsibility of that I am assigning people. Take responsibility of helping out in the way that you can. You know, because this is for all of us.
Brother Derek, glad to have you with us as always. You have some comments today on our third day of Kwanzaa here.
Yeah, I would only say, and it's always good to be with you, brothers, that Masada, the brother that thought it didn't impact him, you know, it does. He just doesn't understand it, you know. And but you know, that's why the book that and I know this isn't a religious conversation, but the book I read talks about why people perish for lack of knowledge. And you know, the bottom line is it impacts all of us, and some of us it impacts much more deeply and direly than others. Some of us can just shake it off, but many people don't, and that's why we have so many um, psychosis in our community to a large part. You know, why we die younger and suffer from high blood pressure and heart attacks and trauma and tension every day. And so, but that's why these principles are so important. That's why observing them, understanding them, and building coalitions and building alliances and people can be committed to is important. So I'm glad to be here and to listen and learn and contribute however I can.
Yeah, I going back to what both of you had talked about when you're saying, like the gentleman, was saying that it didn't affect him. And I can remember a time in my life when I felt the same way. Uh, and I'm going to refer back to the times that Brother Derek is talking about. When I saw the people in Selma, I lived in Ohio. Yeah, that didn't affect me. I didn't, I didn't have dogs sicked on me, and I knew Ralph, and sometimes Bill would be with him, and they'd walk to the the beat around the corner and go to the neighborhood stores. Hey, and I spoke to them. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Bill? How you doing? Didn't affect me. I don't live in Selma. I don't live in Mississippi. I don't live in Alabama, you know.
Yeah.
But then when I went to the service, the army, I'm jumping out of airplanes for these people. Right across the bridge is Phoenix City, Alabama.
Mm.
Now, people might not know what Phoenix City, Alabama means. It might have changed a little bit now, but Back in the 60s, it was a sundown town. I don't care what kind of uniform you had on. So, it's funny how, until sometimes you are faced with that, you do have that, hey, I can go to Ralph's, because you get $29 worth of food stamps don't affect me, but that's not what it's about. Day 3, collective work and responsibility. Remember that word in front, collective. And don't get caught up, like I said, in the isms about, collective this and collective that. A collective, and I'll go back to our roots. All villages were collectives. So with that, we do honor day 3. Masada.
I'd like to just say collectively, happy Kwanzaa, y'all. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. I honor everybody. I have to keep bringing that in there because we're educating the people on Kwanzaa, but once again, it's non-religious, and I know why it was started, but at the same time, we update and we keep it going in a positive light of it's for everyone. It's for the collective again, and so as a collective, I would love to say to everyone, enjoy yourselves out there, enjoy family. It's the time to really come together, and family is whoever you make it out. Avoid these posts, avoid these clickbaits on F anybody who's not rocking with you for the new year or whatever new year resolution or anything bad. Don't focus on the outside. Focus on what you can do and what we can do collectively. And all we really want is, or what I'm asking, what we're asking is collectively look inside yourselves and see what you can do. It doesn't got to be drastic. Don't make a New Year's resolution. Just do something for you, and I would say be at peace. And once we can get everybody at peace, we can start from there.
Thank everyone that has joined in. I especially thank the two of you every day showing up and spreading what the collective is all about. I think before, after we go off the air, something we do need to get your address if you don't already have it, Masada,
Okay.
because we do have the shirts and we want everyone to have one. So,
I have to
Brother
get them both.
Derek, I know, you used to being, dapper in the shirt and tie and stuff, but, maybe maybe on the weekend we can get you to rock one for us.
Oh, absolutely. Guess what? When I left the federal government, I got free from that shirt and tie all the time. So I would play it on occasion, but Masa has loosened the cord, and I ran hard and fast.
uh,
Uh,
it's always a pleasure talking to you, brothers. Masada introduced me to a gentleman today, and made me do a lot of homework. And so, I want everyone to know that we are very serious about our coalition and what we are trying to accomplish. So you might want to get on the bandwagon early. There might not be room later on.
and it's what we are accomplishing, you all. We are accomplishing it. We're just trying to do it with everyone. We're going to do it as many people as we can collectively. So thank you all. Thank you, brothers.
Have a good evening, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow.